It's not really about math, it's about how you think. It makes your gears working, you know?
Well, I'll give you a math story. So negative numbers were not a thing, right? Because math used to be represented in only geometry. So, like, what's a negative side length? How do you represent that with a square? It's very difficult. So we needed to reshape all of math, how we see it, to now get to where we are now. Sometimes you need to break the box to get back into the box.
And then 8, 8, and then multiply 8 by 8 to get it.
64.
Wait, there's an outline, so that means there's an extra square, meaning this entire thing is surrounded by a square, which means this outer layer is also a square.
I see 67. I see all the squares inside the chessboard, the square outlining the chessboard itself, and one more square being me.
Well, there's squares here like 8 by 8, but there's also like these, and the whole thing is a square. And like you could go like a 3 by 3, a 4 by 4, a 5 by 5, etc. So there's like thousands.
So basically you have like the smallest one, and then you have squares that are 2 by 2. And so the smallest one, it's 8 times 8, right? And then the like ones that are 2 by 2 is 7, so it's 7 by 7. So it's 64 plus 49, and so on and so on. There you go. I don't know how to describe it. It's like 8 square factorial.
I really like being a peer tutor because I like getting help from my teachers and also being able to help some of my younger peers. I really enjoy helping people achieve higher grades and really seeing them improve. I really think that it could help some people get into better universities and really help them achieve a better future. I feel like some people just don't practice enough math, and I really think that just sitting down together and really just hanging out and doing some math and like solving some things really helps people achieve a higher grade. And people don't usually pay that much attention to that in class, but more to the material. However, practice is really important.
What would make math more fun?
Well, you could actually go through like the stories of people who discovered stuff. Generally, it's not like, oh yes, they were just working in a lab and they found this. More often, it's like, oh yes, and they stepped on a pigeon. They were like, or an apple fell on their head. And they were like, ah yes, gravity exists.
And what would your story be?
Oh, I have no idea. I would want a way to figure out how to take electrons and convert them into energy, but in a portable way. So you could have a portable.
Battery, they already exist.
No, but it's the battery can like charge infinitely.
That would be a perfect system. That would be that would have to
Oh
be
yeah, no,
at
you
best,
can't
that
get
would be
perfect efficiency. Yeah,
You can't,
physics.
Technically, you can have perfect efficiency. Technically, energy and stuff.
Input over output.
Nope,
That's
output
the
over
input. I got 100 on the physics test last year. Don't diss me on that.
All right.
Okay. I mean, I don't like physics. I just kind of understand it better than I do math, which is weird. It's a contradiction.
I didn't used to like math, and then I was like, I didn't do it for a while, and I was like, you know what? That's actually a lot more doable than anything else, because like the answer is in the equation always.
Yeah, but that's what I don't like about it.
Come on.
I don't like math because like it's so black or white. So if I get the question wrong, no extra marks, no nothing, and I just get it wrong.
So one of the very interesting things about data management is that there's always multiple answers that could be correct and multiple answers that help you get to the solution, even though there are multiple solutions. And another thing that's very interesting about data management is that it's mathematic but very different from the other math classes we usually have, because we can link our knowledge to the real life. So that's why I really like data management.
I don't like math because I feel like every time I miss a lesson, I'm like completely lost and I'll fail the test.
Usually there's like a math teacher who's like available during a study period to help. So for like us, for grade 10s, we have Mr. Joe who has a study period also. And so we can just go in and ask him for help. And he usually, like, I missed a few days and he retaught me all of the lessons, which was great. And I passed my tests.
Yeah, honestly, like when I don't understand something, I'll just go home and practice, and usually by the next day I understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, also the teachers give you a bunch of practice questions, so it helps you understand and it helps you get better at math and what you're doing in the lessons.
There's like Math Cafe, which is really good.
I would say I hate math only because sometimes it's difficult to understand, especially when it comes to being a visual learner. I find that sometimes it's just harder to imagine things or put them into perspective when I don't really like see kind of how it could apply on paper.
Well, there's a lot of different ways to learn and understand math, and this can be done through algebra tiles, which is a more visual way.
I like algebra tiles because they are very helpful for grade 10 math, and especially with factoring. Like, you use the tens one, there's like an x squared and then a tens one and then like an x. I don't remember, I haven't used it in like 2 weeks. That's how my memory works.
I mean, it's obviously everywhere. Financials and like how much money you have and like your spending habits, but also like in art, you know, you can see the Pythagoras theorem everywhere, which is kind of fun.
I see math in real life in building, like sculptures. I see it everywhere really, like landscapes, at my house, food. Yeah.
And you see it in food. Pie, when you eat a pie.
Pie, I love pie, honestly. 3.14159, 2653589, 79 and 323, 846263, and that's how far we're gonna go.